I fly a lot. When people ask me where do you live, I say I split my time between San Francisco, Connecticut, and Delta Airlines. So if anybody's mastered the art of making plane travel less agonizing, it's me. First up, I use hipmunk.com to research and book the flights. I mean, which display is easier to read? This one or this one? You can search by departure time, arrival time, price, and it shows you which flights have Wi-Fi. Very important. And here's another great booking tip. If the timing is tight, like you have a connection to make, find out the flight's history of being on time. You can check that out at flightaware.com. If the flight's in the air right now, you can see where it is. Last week, I watched my pilot dodge a storm. There's even a map of its altitude. So cool. But here, this part shows you how often it's late. Knowledge is power. And another thing, before you book your ticket, look up the exact seat you're going to be in on seatguru.com. Look, see, this seat doesn't recline. This one doesn't have a window. And this seat has a seat pitch of 29 inches. That's like... And by the way, if there are no good seats available, you should sign in at seatalerts.com. They'll email you if one opens up, and it happens a lot. Next tip, check in before you go to the airport using the airline's free phone app. Why? Because then you don't have to get to the airport an hour beforehand. If you have an iPhone, hit the Add to Passbook button. Now the boarding pass is on your lock screen, and you can pop it up without a password or hunting around. And by the way, even if you have checked in online, you can still check in again to get a printed boarding pass at the kiosk. See? Oh dear, I seem to have lost that one too. Luckily, I can just print out yet another one. Okay, this next tip is exclusively for non-terrorists. Sign up for TSA PreCheck. It's $85 for 5 years. It requires applying in person, and it lets you use the PreCheck security lane. I call it the 1999 lane, because it's as though 9/11 never happened. You don't have to take off your shoes or your coat or your belt. You don't have to take your laptop out. You just stride through an old-fashioned X-ray doorway instead of being mugged in one of those rapist scan things. And once you're on board, I'm a big believer in hearing protection. The best of the best is those Bose noise-canceling headphones, or now they have these Bose noise-canceling earbuds. But you know what? Those are expensive, there's something else to lose. If you're not going to be listening to music, I recommend spending like $1 for drugstore foam earplugs. They're super comfortable and they do a great job at blocking the noise. So there you have it, Pogue's top tips for becoming the essence of grace in flight.
Yahoo!